A profound transformation is unfolding in global military strategy, not through traditional pursuits like nuclear armament or territorial expansion, but across emerging domains including artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, and orbital defense technologies. At the core of this seismic shift lies a new strategic imperative: the deployment of a next-generation missile defense architecture informally dubbed the Golden Dome. This system is intended to address a new breed of threats, including hypersonic missiles and the rapid proliferation of unauthorized satellite programs launched by adversarial nations. Rather than relying on the static radar grids and land-based interceptors of previous decades, this groundbreaking initiative will leverage an agile, satellite-based infrastructure enhanced by artificial intelligence and real-time edge computing. In essence, the Golden Dome is envisioned as a high-speed, mobile, and intelligent defense shield, one capable of detecting, assessing, and neutralizing threats within seconds. At the forefront of this transformation is a growing alliance of both public and private sector innovators working hand in hand to modernize the national defense apparatus. Three standout players in this movement are SpaceX, Anduril Industries, and Palantir Technologies. SpaceX and Anduril Industries remain privately held entities, while Palantir is a publicly traded firm. Together, this trio is shaping what may become the blueprint for 21st century defense strategy. What makes their role particularly compelling is that these companies are driving some of the most advanced innovations in defense technology, yet two of them remain outside the reach of retail investors due to their private status. This reality exposes a crucial gap in the current investment ecosystem. Many of the companies leading this wave of technological progress experience their most substantial growth before they ever become available to public markets. Historically, this has meant that retail investors have been locked out of early-stage opportunities in companies like SpaceX and Anduril. These firms have often achieved explosive expansion while still privately owned, limiting access to institutional investors or venture capitalists. However, change is beginning to take shape. One notable example of a solution to this accessibility gap is the XOVR Exchange Traded Fund, a crossover investment vehicle managed by ER Shares. This fund takes an unconventional approach by incorporating both public and carefully selected private companies into its holdings. As of now, its largest private holding is SpaceX, and more recently, it has added Anduril to its portfolio. Though full retail access to private companies remains constrained, crossover funds like XOVR offer a novel and increasingly viable path for individual investors to tap into early-stage innovation. This is especially relevant as the defense sector transitions into a new phase where agility, real-time responsiveness, and integrated intelligence systems are key to success. The Golden Dome program itself is nothing short of a technological leap forward. Unlike legacy missile defense systems that relied on a fixed terrestrial infrastructure, this system is designed to be fully dynamic and scalable. The vision involves launching hundreds of satellites into low Earth orbit, each synchronized with artificial intelligence systems located both on the ground and at the network edge. These satellites will operate as part of a comprehensive surveillance and interception grid, constantly scanning for hostile missile launches or aerial threats. With the help of advanced artificial intelligence, the network will be capable of identifying, evaluating, and responding to threats almost instantaneously. Financial estimates suggest that the Golden Dome framework could ultimately require over $175 billion in long-term defense expenditure. This level of investment underscores the seriousness with which the United States Department of Defense views the initiative. By prioritizing rapid deployment and technological modernization, the department has shifted from long bureaucratic timelines to accelerated execution, bringing the Golden Dome from idea to implementation in record time. One company playing a central role in this transformation is Anduril Industries. Founded by Palmer Luckey, the same visionary who created Oculus virtual reality technology, Anduril embodies the merger of Silicon Valley innovation with defense-first hardware development. In a few short years, the company has positioned itself as a heavyweight in the defense tech landscape, largely due to its proprietary Lattice OS platform. This real-time operating system aggregates and interprets sensor data from drones, towers, and autonomous vehicles to provide seamless, high-speed situational awareness for military personnel. Beneath its technological achievements, Anduril also represents a larger pattern at work, the rise of what many now refer to as the Palantir diaspora. Several of Anduril's co-founders and key early engineers once worked at Palantir Technologies, and the firm continues to attract highly specialized talent from within that ecosystem. This expanding expanding web of former Palantir personnel has helped seed a growing number of fast-scaling companies across domains such as aerospace engineering, battlefield artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. As a result, Anduril is both a key player and a symbol of the evolving innovation network driving the future of U.S. defense strategy. Anduril's involvement extends beyond the Golden Dome to include other major Department of Defense programs such as the Army's Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node, commonly known as the Titan Initiative. The company's contributions in areas like edge computing, autonomous threat detection, and multi-domain command systems are expected to grow substantially in tandem with increased defense funding in artificial intelligence and robotics. Meanwhile, Palantir Technologies has grown into a mission-critical software partner for the US government. Through its two primary platforms, Gotham and Foundry, Palantir is embedded deeply into the workflows of intelligence agencies, defense contractors, and frontline military units. These platforms enable a wide range of applications, from coordinating logistics and managing supply chains to generating real-time battlefield insights based on large-scale data integration. These artificial intelligence engines go beyond reactive analytics. They are predictive systems designed to identify outliers, forecast threat trajectories, and enable preemptive defense actions before hostile activity even begins. Palantir's impact has not gone unnoticed by investors. Since the final quarter of 2022, Palantir's stock has increased by over 1,950%, placing it among the top-performing companies in the Russell 1000 Growth Index. These figures highlight the intensifying market conviction that software-based intelligence platforms will be essential not just for defense, but also for commercial innovation across sectors ranging from healthcare to finance. Then there is SpaceX, which may be the most strategically positioned private company in the national defense ecosystem. Its Falcon launch vehicles, coupled with the global reach of its Starlink satellite network, make SpaceX uniquely capable of executing the orbital deployment required by the Golden Dome system. The company's ability to rapidly and affordably place satellites into low Earth orbit gives it a distinct logistical and technological edge that no other firm currently matches. SpaceX's evolution from a commercial aerospace company to a central pillar of national defense is a compelling indicator of how industry dynamics are changing. Its satellites are now poised to play an essential role in global surveillance, encrypted communications, and rapid threat alerting, roles that were traditionally managed by government agencies and legacy defense contractors. Even though SpaceX remains privately held, its growing integration into defense infrastructure makes it an unavoidable player in future military planning. Its dual identity, as both a commercial space innovator and a cornerstone of national security, demonstrates how the lines between civilian and defense technology are blurring in the modern era. When looking at the broader landscape, the convergence of publicly listed firms like Palantir and Nvidia with high-impact private companies such as Anduril and SpaceX marks a pivotal shift in how defense innovation is sourced, scaled, and funded. No longer the sole domain of traditional defense contractors, the new innovation engine is increasingly powered by startups, growth stage companies, and hybrid investment vehicles that operate at the intersection of public and private capital. Until now, most individual investors had limited or no access to firms like SpaceX and Anduril before their public offerings. However, this paradigm is starting to shift. With the advent of crossover funds and specialized exchange-traded products, retail investors are beginning to find channels through which they can participate, albeit indirectly, in the early growth stages of transformative companies. These developments represent more than just a financial opportunity, they signal a new era in which individual capital can support national innovation at scale. The Golden Dome is not simply a missile defense initiative, it is a bold experiment in aligning technological capability, national security strategy, and financial innovation. As companies like Anduril, Palantir, and SpaceX continue to lead this transformation, they are not only shaping the future of global defense, they are also redefining how groundbreaking technology is capitalized, deployed, and accessed by the broader investment community. Essentially, a new era of defense innovation is emerging as the United States advances a next-generation missile defense system called the Golden Dome, designed to counter rising threats such as hypersonic weapons and rogue satellites using a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites and artificial intelligence-driven platforms. This shift is being led by a powerful mix of public and private firms, including Palantir Technologies, SpaceX, and Anduril Industries, with Palantir providing critical artificial intelligence models, Anduril developing autonomous defense systems, and SpaceX offering satellite deployment capabilities. While access to private firms like SpaceX and Anduril remains limited, new investment vehicles such as crossover exchange-traded funds are beginning to bridge the gap, allowing retail investors partial exposure to early-stage defense innovation. As these companies reshape both national security and investment landscapes, the Golden Dome stands as a symbol of how artificial intelligence, space technology, and financial strategy are converging in a time of heightened geopolitical tension. For more stock news updates, remember to press the like button and subscribe. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.